Yeah, so I started Paga on April 3rd, 2009, really out of a frustration I had carrying cash around with me in Lagos, banked with multiple banks, but I still couldn't use POS devices, etc. And I said that there must be a better way to solve this problem. So I got started on this journey. I was very excited about the opportunity because I realized it was not just a Nigeria problem, but a global problem. But as I got going, I started thinking of, okay, who would be great to bring on this journey with me and to partner with in making this happen. And as I reflected on it, I kept thinking about, okay, who are people who I already know, who I enjoy spending time with, and who I really respect their intellect and respect them as a person. And Jay actually was one person that really kept coming back to mind for me. So I remember reaching out to Jay. Jay had recently come back to Nigeria, moved back to Nigeria. We had met at Stanford Business School. And I remember taking him to what was probably one of the dingiest places on Victoria Island at the time, and sharing with him the vision I had. And I could see from the conversation he was very, very interested in it. But he said, let me think about it, you know? So I was very thrilled when he accepted to join and come on this journey, leaving a very, very well-paying job. And I couldn't pay him either. So I was like, you know, we don't have money, but let's go do this thing together, right? And let's go make it happen. We'll raise money, etc. And our friendship has blossomed even more since then. And I think for me, that has been a real blessing, because having people who you are friends with and who you believe in and who believe in you, and who you can have very clear, candid conversations with, even when they're difficult conversations that happen over the years, is very, very powerful and very, very helpful to making something be successful.
It wasn't as much Pagatech, right, at that time, because what actually has turned out to be Pagatech wasn't exactly clear back then, right? But for me, I had been back in Nigeria, I would say several months, heading up to a year. Actually, prior to that, to moving back, Tyra and I had been exchanging notes about, like, you know, what was going on in the market and, you know, potential salary levels, things like that, about those other jobs that we were looking at. But at that time, I came back and I was working in Nigeria for the very first time, and it was clear to me that there were a lot of potential problems that one could jump on and say, you know, this is something I want to spend time trying to solve. But what was seriously lacking was people that I could confidently say I want to work with in solving a problem. So for me, the initial attraction, and I would say it was a very obvious one, was the person that I was speaking with, right? Tayo is someone that I have a lot of respect for. I would say implicitly there's also a trust, which for me was a very important thing, right? Somebody that I could actually trust. And it has borne out to be a really great situation, because building an organization that has grown to this size, it is critical that, you know, the parties involved actually trust each other, because everyone can be in everybody else's business all the time. So I would say it was less about the specific idea, even though it was a fantastic idea that straddled finance and technology, which are two areas that I have experience in. So for that, I was excited, but it was really more about the opportunity to work with someone like Tayo.
So the way Paga works is it is a wallet. You can put cash in the wallet. It's a cloud-based solution that has a wallet. You can put cash in the wallet. You can link your bank accounts. You can link your cards to the Paga wallet. And the wallet has a Nuban account number, like any bank in Nigeria. So you can send money from banks into Paga directly, and from Paga to banks as well. You can use Paga on any mobile phone, whether it's a smartphone or a feature phone, by dialing *242# on any network. You dial *242# and you can join, and you can set up your Paga wallet. Or if you have a smartphone, you can download the Android app on the Play Store, or on the Apple Store as well to download the app, or go to mypaga.com and get using Paga. So the name of our company, Paga, is actually a Spanish word, pagar, to pay. So it is, originally wasn't meant to be the name of the company. It was the code name. We used to call it Project Paga. And really that was because I was looking at multiple ideas at some point. And so when we're talking about this idea, people knew Project Paga is the payments idea. But one day, a friend of mine, Chris Bradford, who's the founder of the African Leadership Academy, said to me, Tayo, we've been looking for a name. We can't find one. You said you want the name of the company to be short and sweet. You want it to be a verb, roll off people's tongues. We've been calling this thing Project Paga. Why not just call it Paga? People will say Paga it's, Paga me, you know? And I was like, oh my God, brilliant, right? And so I immediately went to paga.com. That was taken, and I went to my paga.com, bought it, available. And so we've been down that road, and it's been amazing how Nigerians have really taken on to the name.
Yes, I mean, I have work experience primarily in the States before I moved to Nigeria. So my return to Nigeria, what was it, in early 2009, was the first experience actually working fully here. And the climate is very different. The work styles and environment is quite different as well. I would say mainly around structure. A lot of the organizations that I worked with, in fact, all the organizations I worked with were very large, pretty much Fortune 500 companies. So there were a lot more structure, a lot more clarity on roles, et cetera, et cetera. And most of them were public already at that time too. So there's the sort of pressures that the company faced were very different to most Nigerian organizations you'll find, even when they're large organizations. But I would say, coming back to Nigeria also, it was clear to me that it will help me in my long-term career to actually learn how to operate within the Nigerian context as well, right? So not only was it around building a network of people that I would know in the business community, but also learning how the average Nigerian business person or businessman, be it blue collar or white collar, thinks, so that these interactions will be a lot easier. But I would say mainly around structure or the lack thereof, mostly in Nigeria setting, will be the main difference that I recall.
When we got started on this journey, we really were embarking on an industry that did not even exist. So we were trailblazing, creating something that people did not know. Many people were like, what's mobile money? They didn't know what we're talking about. And today, 10 years on, we're very excited about the progress we have made. Paga as a brand is now known by over 42% of Nigerians, and over 12 million people have used Paga. And we have a network of what we call retail agents in communities around Nigeria. These are mom and pop shops, people who are selling different things in the communities. There are about 20,000 of them. So we are the largest network of distribution of financial services as well in Nigeria. So the way we have remained ahead is to continue innovating and continue investing in the customer experience that of how our platform works and the engagement with our team. We're very proud to have a team of over 460 people who are dedicated and committed to driving this business. And I think that's the way we've continued to just stay ahead despite more and more people who want to try and come into the space. I mean, we've had, since inception, I think we've had about 22 competitors who have licenses. But for us, we just stay focused on our business, on our team, and how we actually solve the problems of people so that it's simple for you to pay whoever you want to send money to make a service that actually works. So if you're sending money on Paga using a phone number or email to somebody else, 100% of the time it works. So you just send money on Paga using a phone number or email, and it works. Paga to Paga always works. And I think that simplicity is something. We've done a lot to protect our customers and protect the platform from a fraud perspective. First thing that we've done is to show our commitment to this is that we have gone through the long and tedious process of becoming PCI DSS Level 1 certification. That's a lot of technical jargon, but what you need to know about it is it's the highest level of certification for security of any payments company in the world, right? That's the level that we are at. And something that we're very proud of because it takes a lot of work to get to that level.
I mean, I have very, very positive experiences at Paga, despite the fact that, again, I would say the talent pool in Nigeria may not be as robust as many other Western countries, but tremendously smart people, tremendously dedicated people. And we've built a culture at Paga where people feel comfortable sort of, expressing themselves, right? Finding themselves even in their work environment. And as a leader, this is something that we have to encourage. Encourage people to sort of explore, encourage people to bring out the best of themselves. to the work that they're doing.
So the reason you should use Paga is, first of all, because it works and it's delivering you a convenience that is, I think, superior to other solutions today. And what I say to people is just give it a try. Go to mypaga.com, sign up, link your card, fund it from any bank, and do your transactions, and the seamlessness of it. Once you figure out how to send money into that wallet and load that wallet, whether it's for banked people, because I keep reminding people I'm banked, right? And today I don't want to log. I'm banked to 2 banks. I don't want to log into 2 different apps, right? So I log into my Paga app and I link everything and I transact whether my money is at my my Access Bank, or it is at my GT Bank. It doesn't matter, or it's on Paga. I can use Paga anywhere. And now the next step of where we're going to. And actually just this weekend, I was so excited to see, as I was making the U-turn, a Keke Marwa that had Paga, you can pay with Paga on it, is that when you go into a restaurant, when you go into a supermarket, you're going to be able to Paga it and pay with your Paga account rather than bringing out your card and all these POS issues that we keep seeing. So for us, the back end of that conversation is that we spend a lot of time and energy making sure that the experience of Paga, not just the platform, but should any issue arise, your experience in resolving those issues work, right? And that we help you with it. I have lost over 20K on another platform I will not name that I had to do one service on. I had to buy my electricity, and for some reason our connection, we didn't have that particular platform at the time. And I still don't have that 20K today. Years later, emails upon emails, no one. That won't happen to you with Paga, right? We will figure it out. We will help you solve the problem. We are committed to making the experience work for you.